I have had the Ring Video Doorbell for over 2 years. Mine recently broke and I replaced it with another one. I thought this would be a good time to tell you about my experience with the Ring Doorbell. Hello tech friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Craig. If you're into smart devices and other cool tech, you are in the right place. Links to anything I talk about will be in the description. Let's get started. Recently, my Ring Doorbell Video Pro had a mechanical failure. It was out of warranty and I had to buy a new one. I had it for almost 3 years and was bummed to have to replace it. So why would I buy another one? First, it brings peace of mind to my wife and I. When I'm out of town, my wife likes to see who is at the door from anywhere in the house. Next, it's nice to know if someone is walking up to our house, if someone rings the doorbell, and as a deterrent for people whose intentions might not be good. It has become a device we like to have around. I will say it's a valuable tool when my family was evacuated during the wildfires in California. I was able to check in and see if our neighborhood was safe. Once our neighborhood lost power, I was nervous not being able to see what was going on and felt vulnerable. This Ring Video Doorbell Pro was not my first Ring doorbell. I did have the first generation doorbell and the motion sensor was horrible. I would not wish the first doorbell on my worst enemy. It had so many false motion alerts that it drove my wife and I crazy. No matter how I changed the settings, it would constantly go off or not be sensitive enough. But I really like the Video Doorbell Pro and recommend it to anyone looking. I like it enough that I bought it again. There are some physical improvements that I think will help it last longer. Let's talk a little bit about what the doorbell does. The Ring Video Doorbell Pro has a camera with 1080p HD video and infrared night vision. There is two-way audio to hear and speak to whoever is at the door. The doorbell has customizable motion sensor. You get alerts when someone rings the doorbell or if the motion sensor is triggered. Once the doorbell rings or there is motion, you can choose to speak to whoever is there. You are able to use your smartphone, tablet, Mac, or PC. The Ring Video Doorbell Pro does require power from your existing doorbell. This model is not battery powered, but they do have battery powered options. You can also connect it inline so that your existing doorbell chime will go off too. That way you're not tied to your device to hear the doorbell. Videos from the doorbell rings or motion alerts are saved to the cloud with the Ring Protect Basic plan that costs $3 a month. With Ring Protect Plus plan for $10 a month, you can add unlimited Ring cameras to your cloud service. Ring Protect Plus also includes professional monitoring for the Ring alarm system. With the cloud service, you also get posts from people in your area who have information or videos they want to share. This is great to help your neighbors keep an eye out on suspicious activity. Let's take a look at what you get in the box. You get the Ring doorbell, 4 different color faceplates, the power wiring kit, mounting hardware, a screwdriver, drill bit, and angle plates to be able to change the angle of your device. This is only going to be a brief overview of the setup. The Ring doorbell is relatively easy to set up. Everything you need except a drill is included in the box. First, you should download the Ring app. Next, you will want to shut off power at the breaker for your doorbell. Your existing doorbell needs to provide between 16 and 24 volts of power. If not, you'll need a new transformer to power this doorbell or choose a model that is battery powered. Next, you'll need to install the power kit. From there, you'll disconnect your existing doorbell. Before connecting the Ring doorbell, you'll need to decide how you want to mount it. You can choose to use an angle plate to get your doorbell camera at the right angle. If you don't need an angle plate, you can mount it directly to the wall. If the wall is wood, you can screw the doorbell or angle plate directly to the wall. For stucco or brick, you'll need to use the anchors. In my case, I was replacing an existing Ring doorbell and used my original mounting anchors. Next, attach the doorbell wires to the doorbell, then turn on your breaker to power it back up. Before mounting the doorbell, you should go through the steps to set it up in the app. There is a QR code that helps with the setup. Follow the on-screen directions and you'll be good to go. Once setup is complete, you can mount the doorbell. Then you'll want to put on your chosen faceplate and secure it with the Torx screw. Next, set up your motion zones. The Ring doorbell has multiple zones that can be set by dragging the dots to the shape you want. I find that the motion zones work pretty well. Here are my zones. I have one zone that covers up to the sidewalk, one that covers the front door, and one that covers the path towards my gate. I'm trying to work around some flowers, as you can see with the odd shape. One tip I have is to set the sensitivity to people only. That way birds and plants or flowers moving does not set off a motion alert. Once that's done, you can choose other settings or use the app. You can choose what kind of alert you want, access live view, see event history, and make other changes. Once you're all set up, when someone walks up to your house or if the doorbell rings, you get an alert on your device and you can answer it. With answered alerts, first you'll see who is there, and then you can choose to turn on the microphone if you want to speak to the person. You can open the app and use live view to check in on the camera. If you're not able to answer a motion alert or ring at the doorbell, you can go back and review events in the app to see what set off the motion alert or who rang the doorbell. If you do not want just your phone to be notified of the doorbell, you can buy a Ring chime that pairs up to the Ring doorbell. The chime is a separate speaker for rings and motion alerts. That way you don't need a PC or smart device to be alerted. One of the recent things that Amazon added was being able to get alerts on your Echo. I really like this feature. All of my Echoes will let me know of motion alerts or the doorbell rings. I did disable motion alerts and have only the doorbell rings. Motion alerts were kind of annoying on the Echoes. It is also nice that with an Echo Show, I can even answer the doorbell and speak to the person on the other end. Now let's take a look at some of the examples of some of the motion alerts that I've had and some of the rings. So I'll go into the Ring app and select events, and then scroll through and pick an event that I want to review. It is nice to be able to check out what's happened throughout the day when I'm not at home. It's good to see that a package has been delivered. That way I can get home and get it if I'm just running around. I don't have to worry about anybody stealing the package. Now let's talk about some of the things I like about the Ring doorbell. I mentioned earlier the peace of mind for my wife and I. When either of us are traveling, it's a good way to have that extra layer of security. I like that I can check in anytime with live view. I can review motion or ring alerts that I might have missed during the day. Like I said, I like when I can see that the package was delivered or knowing somebody came to the door. I like that it's been a solid device and connection has been good, so I haven't had any problems with it. If I had to pick some dislikes, first would be the motion alerts. If you don't have your motion zones and sensitivity dialed in, this thing can be very annoying. But once those are dialed in, it is great. Sometimes I do feel like that the connection is slower than I want when I try to answer an alert, especially if I'm away from the house and depending on cellular. But this isn't a deal breaker for me. You do want to have good Wi-Fi signal for the quickest connection to your doorbell. Next would be that I don't feel the image quality is as good as it should be, but this seems to be the case for outdoor cameras in general. I don't know if that's because of compression of the video, small sensors in the cameras, or some other factor. I just found that most of these cameras look the same and they can all use some improvement in picture quality. So what do you think of the Ring doorbell? Do you have one? Are you planning on getting one? Let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell to hear about the next video. If you'd like to help support the channel, I have my Patreon link in the description. There are also Amazon affiliate links in the description. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.